Hello my dear Patreons, this is already part 2 of the tutorial, so I just decided to make the first 25 minutes free for everyone on YouTube. But now comes the fun part for you guys, this is exclusive and we just start with a really short lesson here. So we will continue with the models we built, so I guess you will just have one model. I guess it would be this one, so I just put more into it. And now I just show you how you make the proper selections on your model, and after that we will apply materials to it. But I already have to say, this will just be a short lesson for today. Next week I will continue to go on with the further training of this lesson, the Buddha pendulum. But for now, this is just a little snack for you, okay? So let's get started. Alright guys, I just cleaned my scene up just a little bit. I get rid of basically everything. I saved it, put a disk beneath it and created two basic materials. A gray and like a poor man's gold. Let's just pretend this would be gold, so we can exchange them later. But for now the big question is how to texture different parts of this one. And let's say, oh, there's already a selection, so this could be the worst tutorial of all time if we just spend the next half hour to make selections like this one. This will be not so much fun, right? So, of course, UF, you could select pieces like this, but you need to be precise and follow the line here of the shapes. But of course, there is another way to do it. So this is a really nice trick, and just go to select and set Fong break selection. All right. So interesting. So how about we just put this one to 10? Let's put it to 5. That's better. So it is detecting the angle of your surfaces, and it is making selection based on this angle. So if I just select this one, you can see this is already a good selection, right? So this works also nice. So 5 seems to be a good value in this scene. And I just select all of the nice, clean pieces of it here. You can see here it is not working. So I think we need to decrease it, put it to 3. That's better. Okay, that is working. Beautiful. So, all right, this works out great. Okay, so you can see I selected all of the clean edges. Maybe we also make this one really clean and select the bottom of it. And now I have to say, okay, I messed it up just a little bit. So let's just make a small, tidy, let's just make a small cleaning operation here. But I think overall this is a good selection. Also, don't forget these ones. So I think we don't want to divide it. We want to connect these parts. So that's great. Here it is working. Okay, so we already have our main selection here. I think I also want to get rid of this one. So that didn't really take more than half a minute. And now we just go to select and say set selection. Perfect. And you can see when I just put the gray material on it and the gold one. Now I think I just need to rearrange it, put this one to selection, put this one to our selection, and there you go. So it's not that complicated, right? Okay, so you can see this is not so complicated as you might expect it to be. So I think we can already go to the next part of the tutorial, activate this disk again and just make it a little bit more beautiful. So therefore I just use my Octane render, and I think I will use another layout here. So this one works better for me, so I have more space there in my Octane live viewer. Just put it to a Instagram format for now, and just can decrease this one. So okay, let's put in the speckled materials. All right, so activate Octane and let's go for it. Okay, so I hope I can still remember how I did it. So first I just put this one to path tracing, give it some reasonable numbers there. Just try something like that. Okay, that's already better. Okay, and I think this would be also a good place to make just a little side note here how to make an infinite room. So just decrease this one. So this will be our shadow catcher. So just give me an octane sky, and I will say I just put a white color into it. Where is my plugin? Put it to RGB spectrum. That's great. Put a material, oh no, sorry, I just make an octane material, like a diffuse, put it on the floor, and put this one to, let's see, put it to shadow catcher. Perfect, we are there. Alright guys, so far so good. We have a pillar in an infinite white space, but you can see this is promising, but let's just check our renderings. Yeah, we can push it further, so we're almost there, but we have just some steps more to go. So you can see this object by now should be very familiar to you. Also these other ones. Of course, they are all made with the same technique. You already learned how to do it with the Mograph fields erosion technique. I just call it like that. But now we want to study the materials and maybe the lighting. And yeah, so this whole thing will be the main topic of part 2, and I would say we make a cut here and see you in part 2. So thanks for listening, see you in the next part, bye guys.